and welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I am Monster to Mermaid, and this is Minecraft. Minecraft, yeah, with the Minecolonies mod, my favorite mod. And there I am, Mr. Villager. Welcome back. Hi. Hi. Oi. ¿Cómo está você? How are you? To the bem, to the bem, to the bem. Let me change my view. Oh, it's perfect that you're here early. So let me tell you what happened with the kids. So I have been rushing too much. I think what I'm going to do in the future is start the kids like a minute before I'm getting ready to go to end the stream, and then take the time between the stream to look at the names and everything while I am not in the game, and then come back and give the kids their parents. Vince is asleep. Vince is sleeping. And the reason for that is that I have made some really big mistakes. This in 20. I don't think I made as big mistakes in 19. I think 19, I don't know why 19 seemed easier. But in 20, I have made some major mistakes with parenting, with the parents. And so, yeah, so remember Sato? Let's see if we can find something about him for a minute. So Sato is, let's come here. Nope, that's not it. There we go. So Sato was the blacksmith. It still is the blacksmith who came into town. And you'll remember Sato because he came on a river runner. And yeah, I know. He came on a river runner. And when he was on this river runner, there's a river runner right there. When he was on the river runner, he met this young woman who was terrified of traveling. She just seemed so terrified. And he was, he was a caring person. And as a caring person, he helped her. Her name was Makino. And when they got to this town, he sort of like protected her and made her feel comfortable and made her not feel afraid of being on the river runner by herself. And when let me see where I can go. I have a couple things that I need to do, and I'm going to do them while I'm telling this story. So wait a minute. Yes, here we are. No shaders. So what happened this morning was I went into Trenton's mine to see what was going on. And when I went into Trenton's mine, I tripped and fell. And the way I fell right here. See this right here? I tripped here and I went into free fall and crashed the game. I crashed the game and I couldn't get the game back up. And I couldn't get it back up, and I finally had to wake up Vincentius Primus in order to get the game back. And that's why there's no shaders, but I can turn shaders on. It's possibly why when I was, let's come here, when I was, there we go, apply. When I went into the nether, I crashed in the nether was actually probably the shaders. And so let me see if they come back on. Yeah, so that's why they were off, because he when we were trying to figure out how to get me back, he thought possibly that the shaders were doing it. And I don't think they're on yet. I think I might have to check on them in a minute. Yeah, they're definitely not on. The leaves aren't moving. There's a way to enable them. Every once in a while I bump up against it, and I guess I'll have to wait until I bump up against it again. There are some things I don't know, technicals, and that is one. I thought I could just go in and turn it on, but it isn't working that way. So it might be that when we turn them off, let's come here, let's go to options for a minute. You can understand how your view is. Yeah, video settings, shader packs, and it says the Silders is on. And oh, there it is. Shaders enabled. Okay, done. There we go. Okay, and there's the shaders back. Dun, 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 dun. There we are. But hopefully it will all be solved. Yes, so Vincentius Primus is probably thinking that shaders has to be off in order for me to go into the nether. In order for me to get out of Trenton's mine at level whatever that was, -150 or something outrageous like that, I actually had to have the shaders turned off. So Vincentius is going to look at it and see what's causing that. I mean, what that's about, and see if we can do something about it. The computer at this moment. Yeah, that is true. So Sato came with Makino. If you remember, there used to be a yurt where this house was, and Sato and Makino lived here. Now, when they first got here, they were just stopping off. They weren't actually coming to this town. They were just stopping off for the night, and they checked into the saloon, and during the night Sato found out that there was no blacksmith here, and he's a blacksmith, and so he decided that he was going to stay. And when he told Makino, she didn't want to go any farther on the trip without him. So she stayed also, and she didn't know what she was going to do, but she decided when she was offered the stonemason, that she would be the stonemason. She's not a stonemason, and she was actually an alchemist, but she never said what she was. I think she was afraid that someone would take advantage of the fact that she was an alchemist or something, but whatever. So in the beginning, this isn't a level 5 yet, so I can't take away this marker around the building until it's level 5. That's the stone smeltery. But as time went on, Sato wanted to start a life. He wanted to live and have a family and do all of that. Yeah, like call her a witch. Yes, exactly. And so she just suffered through the fact that she was the stonemason. She was good as a stonemason. She just wasn't happy. And there was no question about that. And so when Sato, at one point, oh, that's what it is. It's the visitor. The trader is in the water. When Sato at one point wanted to maybe interest her in a relationship, she was actually not interested. And he was fine with that because he had really kind of been looking at her as a little sister. He wasn't really looking at her as a partner. And so he started looking for a partner, and he was just pretty casual about it. He wasn't really. But let me get some light here. I'm going to do something right here. But when Nakiasha started working in the restaurant, he had a definite crush on her, and he thought that she was the one for a while. Unfortunately, Nakiasha was a little too young, and inexperienced would be the best word. That she had not had a lot of experience, and she was not actually interested in having a family at that particular time. And so, yeah. And so she and he did not become partners. Let me go up to Jackson's place for a minute. Let's go in here. I'm going to go to sleep so I can work during the day. So Sato has kind of just been going along, living his life. He's very happy being a blacksmith and a little lonely, but he goes to the saloon and there's always visitors, and visitors are always fun and all of that. And so it was fine. However, when Isabella moved in, one of the first four, when she moved into the apartment building that he was in, apparently they started actually seeing each other, just casually, and then maybe a little more seriously, but they didn't really think anything of it. But one of the kids that came in is his child, his kid, Adeline. So the one that Lissa and Rocco were raising Adeline, remember? And Lissa moved into this house, and Rocco changed his guard towers so that he could be closer and all of that. And all for naught, because it wasn't, they weren't able to hold on to that child. Adeline actually belonged to Sato and Isabella. Now, Isabella's oldest child, Omar, actually has Isabella's partner, who was lost at sea, has his name. So she shouldn't be afraid to do art. Oh, as an ex-alchemist, yes, it is. Well, she's not anymore. She actually isn't. She actually made friends and got more comfortable here, and Sato encouraged her, so that when the alchemy shop was built, she announced that she was an alchemist, and she has been at the shop ever since. And she has also moved into housing in this area. But this is the alchemist shop here. It is only a level 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken. But she's in 7th heaven. She loves it. And she is having a wonderful time, finally having an amazing time here, which is good because now Sato himself is having a wonderful time, because, better saying apprentice, that you were an apprentice, a sorcerer's apprentice. And because Sato is very happy right now living with Isabella and Adeline, his daughter. And it's interesting, they were going to stay in the house that Lissa had raised Adeline in, but Sato, it was too far from Sato's blacksmith shop. And I didn't think about that until now. Oh, that's interesting. Let me see how much of a commute it is for, let's come here for a minute. I'm going to see how much of a commute it is. There's no one here. For Isabella to her restaurant. I think it's too much of a commute. Adeline would be closer to work, to her school, but Isabella, I think it's too far away. Zaf, kiasu, Zaf, pussy say, how are you? Hello. The max that you learned was the potion that was more important for, the weakness potion. If you know, we have some problems with monsters, specifically zombies. Yes, indeed. And I am good. Everyone's good here today. Thank you for asking. Et toi? And you, how are you? How are you, Zaf? And let me see what Isabella's commute would be like here. There's Sato. Sato was 176 blocks away, and he started to complain about it. And I'm trying to see if Isabella is going to come up as better. Right here, nope, she did not come up. Let's come up for a second, and let's see, there's Omar and Ela, and there she is. So she would be 122 blocks from here. That would be interesting. There would be a curious thing, and I just thought of it, and I kind of like the idea of it. Hold on a second. So their kid is in school here. She's at university right here, Adeline. We could move them here, and what we would do is have Naka would have to move, but Naka might want to move. She was still living with her parents. Her parents moved into this apartment building right here, Rosa and Emmanuel, and Naka has her own apartment here. If Naka and Isabella took over the Wide River restaurant, and Sato took over the new blacksmith right here, that would be really interesting. Let me see how far it says that he is. I would have to do it I would have to put them in the house first. How much time do we have? This house is empty. They can stay here for the night, no matter what. We're not throwing anyone out or anything. So let's get Adeline, and she should come up pretty quickly. There we are. Let's get Sato, and let's get Isabella. There's Isabella, and let's get Sato. And let's look. Come on, Sato, come on, or you're going to spend the night at the old place, and you won't be here with your family. Uh-oh, I missed him. I did miss him. Okay, here we go. You're okay? Excellent. Excellent. So let's find, this will be an interesting new start for Sato. because he would be away. Ah, that's why. So Isabella and Adeline would like Sato to be away from the saloon. And so let's see what happens if he becomes the blacksmith right here. Is it still too far away? So let's look here. Let's look and let's come here and let's see. So what happened was Lindsay finished Old Mansions. Ah. You start watching Alone in the Dark game. Ah, cool. So what happened was, this is a new blacksmith. And when I looked at this, look at Adeline. Look at her strength and her focus. And I was like, wait a minute. That name, I recognize that name, Asuma. And that's when I realized that she had been what would you call it with kids? Assigned, maybe? Misassigned. Maybe misassigned would be the right word. Let's come up here. We're going to find Sato for a minute. I'm going to look through all the people and find him. It would be, of course, easier to find him if I had actually stopped him from working at his old place. And you know, I'm going to have to, because I am not finding him. I am not finding him at all. All right, so let's go and let's get everyone to leave their jobs. So what we're going to do is Ela and Nathaniel are going to take over the downtown restaurant. And we're going to come here, and Ela is going to leave. And I think both of them are gone. Yes, okay. And then let's come over to the restaurant here, and let's look. That sounds actually really cool, Zaf. That does. Let's come in here. So this restaurant would now belong to Ela and to Nathaniel. So let's get her not to be here. And Nakiasha is going to come with her. And so let's hire Ela right here. Hire Ela. She's 122 blocks. We might have to fix that. Nathaniel is a chef, assistant cook. What happened there? Oh, wait a second. Let's fix that better. So the cook is going to be Ela, and the assistant cook is Nathaniel. Okay, so now we have the two new owners of this restaurant, the downtown restaurant. So let's go get Sato from his blacksmith shop, and he's going to move into a brand new blacksmith shop, and I think he likes it. Only 20 minutes you saw, but you like it so far. You like what you've seen so far. Cool. Now Sato's been here for a long time, so this is an interesting move for him. He is moving to the other coast, which is the north coast, and he is going to work on boats. He's actually going to work on ships, and I would be curious if that's something that he had looked forward to doing, and that didn't happen, and he sort of forgot about it. He was so busy kind of settling in here and, just having a life and all of that. And sometimes when you start something new and you don't realize that it actually took you away from something that you had originally wanted to do. And so yeah, so that is how we're going to look at this. Let's come here and let's look here, and we have Isabella, and the assistant cook is Nakiasha. And Nakiasha, we look at the manna, and I think we're good. Nakiasha is going to be fine here, and they don't need any food right now. They have a lot of cooked food, and we'll see what's going on with them a little bit later. Okay, so now the three of them now live in this little house right here. Now, so what happened to Lissa, who had been raising Adeline? Lissa and Rocco got to say goodbye to her. Sato didn't get home in time, so the women went to bed without him. And he's complaining that he has a long way to walk. And so we'll just wait until he gets up. Let's see if he does now. So Sato's walk from here is perfect. 77. Isabella's is 62. So that's within range. Everybody is pretty happy. We haven't done too much in here yet, and we'll work on some things. If we wanted to with Adeline, we could have her. No, I think it's okay. I think she's going to be fine at the university. So that is Adeline and Sato, Sato's daughter Adeline and Isabella. Remember Chalia and Emmanuel? So it turns out that Chalia is actually Emmanuel's great aunt, great aunt, and so there was a misunderstanding, and Chalia explained it to the family that Emmanuel is the youngest of all the Hedrashams. He's the last one to come in before his kids came in, and he wanted to study at the university. They all do, but he wanted to be at the astronomy building, and he came over by himself without any of his brothers and sisters, and he came here. And he was a little timid, and Chalia recognized him, of course, and Chalia introduced herself and said who she was, and that made him feel better. And she became his confidant. He started to improve in school. He enjoyed going to school, and he liked her. He liked having this relative in his school with him, and she didn't say anything about his going to the saloon and hanging out. And when he started going to the saloon a lot and hanging out and wanted to take breaks from school to take a river runner up the river, Chalia actually confronted him and said, "What's going on?" And so he admitted that he was having a fling with a visitor, and her name is Bera, and he was just having fun, and he wanted to go visit. And then he started telling Chalia that she was kind of serious about him, and that he was okay with that. She wanted to have children, and that was fine with him because she wanted the children to live with her. And so Charlie was like, "Is that okay with you? If the kids live with her?" And Emmanuel was saying, "Yeah, I'm fine with that." And so everything was fine until just around the time that the list opened up for children to be able to come in. Bera's town was attacked by barbarians, and she and the children just barely escaped, and they came to town, and that is what happened. However, they didn't come to town together. The kids came by themselves, and so since Emmanuel was stuck raising the kids by himself, Charlie has said, "Look, I'll help you. I'll come and help you raise the kids," and like that. But what Fried Swidey did, who's Emmanuel's great-great-grandmother, came to the ambassador, that's me, and said, "You find that woman. You find the mother of my great-great-grandson's kids and bring her here." And it's like, okay. I will have MERS search for her and see if she's still alive, first of all, and then bring her here. And because, of course, she would want to be with her kids and the man that she was in love with. And so they did. My people found where the barbarians had taken her and some others, and they were able to free them, with the help of skeletons. We asked the skeletons for help, and the skeletons helped. And so Bera arrived in town, and there she is right there. That's Bera right there. This is Emmanuel's partner and the mother of his children, and she doesn't have a job yet. We have to find a job for her, but there she is. And we're going to look for something for her right now. You say to Mr. Villager about the stream yesterday, he missed it. Oh yeah, Mr. Villager, I didn't do the history of Prasino yesterday because you weren't there. So when we go into Prasino today, I will definitely start the history of Prasino, and that's what Zaf is talking about. And so we can definitely do that. Let me look here for a minute. Mixasa should listen too. Well, let's see if Mixasa comes. He's actually probably working on his world, and we'll see if he gets a chance. It's been a kind of weird week anyway, for lots of things going on. So here we are. So Alexia took the carpentry job right here. We have Sato settling in. Sato's going to settle in to this level 1. Oh, yes. Okay. And so I'll make the announcement again. Next week is, let me see, am I going to do the Tuesday? I don't think so. Yeah. Next week is my last week streaming for a couple weeks, because 3 weeks actually, because Vincentius Primus and I are going to his mother's. And so we are not, look at her, she's swimming. She's just going for a swim. That is fascinating. It's a good thing the water is good here, because that's what just happened. She just went for a swim. And I have a feeling there's no way up from here anymore. Let me see. Should we build a restaurant? Already done. There we go. Okay. All right, she found her way up and she's fine now. And yes, so that's actually what's going to happen. We're going to be away, and I'm not, what is going to happen is I'm actually not going to be able to stream. I've never been able to stream from his mom's house, and so we won't be able to do it. And I'm not going to record anything. I don't necessarily like doing that. I like streaming, and so I'm just going to be on a break for a while. And yeah, so we'll see. So there's Bera right here. I think while she is not working, we're going to have her study at the university. So why don't we have her join her children, and she's going to study here. If there's room, there might not be room, but there is, yay! So there she goes. Okay, Thalen is at the Antiquities University, Volmer is at the bank, and Jaslyn is at the Antiquities University library. They're both librarians at the other library. And now Fright Switey, because there aren't any children, she's actually here. And yeah. And that's how I knew Zaf as Zaflooms when he first started watching me stream on Twitch long time ago. A long time ago. And I am honored that he still likes to watch me, and it's very fun. I separated the tracks here because people were getting stuck. They would want to go one way and then they'd end up going the wrong way, and then they didn't know what to do. So they don't get as stuck this way, and so we'll have it be. I could bring this closer. Let me bring this closer to this part right here. Let's bring this way, and then down here, and then here, so that it comes right to this mark as well. And let's do that, and that'll make it easier for them to switch. See what's happening? So it makes it easier for them to switch. If they go past, then it's really hard for them to stop the streetcar and do anything with that. So can you see? Is it too dark? It is pouring on the lush, and that's what's happening. So remember the other two kids? So we had two kids, Vivan and Calliope, and Turu and Lila were raising them, but that was actually a mistake. The kids are actually Annie's, the new stonemason. They're her kids, and so Turu and Annie and the kids have moved somewhere, and I'll have to find out where. I think that's a really far commute for her, but let me see. Let me see if she's doing the commute for the sake of the kids. Let's come here and let's look. And yes, she is. She's 159 blocks away, and she is not complaining. Isn't that interesting? She's not complaining at all, whereas Sato did. But the fact that Sato complained was maybe because he realized he actually wanted to live over there on the north side. And Turu and Annie are just raising the kids here until they get finished with school. And so that is what is happening. There we go. There we are. And yes, so Calliope and the Van are there. So Van and Calliope. The Van likes to be called Van, and Annie is their mother. And Turu and Annie are partners, and they are here. So that was actually really a mistake. Find the person by, yeah, just like Amazon. Just like Amazon, you can't find what you're looking for, even when it comes to people. So yeah, so here's people. There they go. Everyone's sort of taking the day off because it's raining, but it's now time for everyone to go home. So what about Lissa and Rocco and the fact that they had actually enjoyed having a child, but now they don't have one? Lissa actually moved here. She moved into this housing right here, and we put back the double bed in here for Lissa. So Lissa can actually have Rocco over, and but Riley is enjoying the double bed right now. She's like, it's my turn for the double bed. So that is going on. Everyone has to share the main room, and that's what's happening. So let's go. I'm soaking wet. Let me go into the town hall. Let's go to the ambassador suite. I'm going to hold a lantern so that I can see. And we'll go up the stairs past the grandfather clock. This grandfather clock is a part of this build that Mixasa and Matlom have designed for Minecolonies. And it's one of the style colonies that you can build for your town. And I'm going to take the lantern out of my hand and go to sleep. Okay, so here we are. So it is morning, and I was looking for a comb and I couldn't find one. So, but I did find my trident, and so I just decided to leave it here for right now. This is my suite in the town hall, the ambassador's suite, and we're going back out. The rain should have stopped, and the sun is out. Yay! Hi. Isn't it too soon? Aren't you still sleepy? Still sleepy. Vincentius Primus is asleep. He's not actually answering me. Okay. So that's what happened with the sets of kids. So Bera and Emmanuel. Actually, Emmanuel is not studying astronomy right now. He is at the library. Well, he is. He's doing research at the medical library and continuing his studies at the medical library. Mixasa, salut! Salut, Mixasa! We missed you! Hello! Good! Très bien, très bien. Et toi? Comment vas-tu? And that is the saga of most of the kids. The only other child, Thalen, who grew up right away, came in as a teenager and grew up really quickly. Yes, Vincentius is sleeping. He's asleep. Ah, très bien, très bien. How is your colony? You were saying you only had 30 people yesterday, and I realized when you were saying that, wait a minute, 30 people, that means that almost all your people are guards. Doesn't that mean that you have like a large amount of knights and people? What are you doing, Ira? What are you doing? You have excellent masonry skills? No, you actually don't. Does she? That would be funny, wouldn't it? This is a person who says that they have excellent masonry skills. What does a mason need to be? Hold on, let's look for a second. Creativity and dexterity. Annie's 27 and 28. Only 2 guards? Wow. Oh, that's right, because you're living in a sphere, so you don't actually have to have protection, as much protection. Isn't that correct? Let me look at this person. What are you saying you are? Creativity, no, she's lower than Annie, so I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Ira. Yeah, I was just trying to see. I thought he was here. There he is. Yeah, so in April, Zaf wants to make sure that everyone knows that in April I'm going to be away for, it's going to amount to about 3 weeks. So most of April. And then I'll be back. And I'll start streaming as soon as I can. And but yes, I'm not going to stream while I'm away. I'm actually going to be somewhere where I can't. Barbarians break your force field made of glass. What? So you have to defend the What? They break it? Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Oh, that is wild, Zap. Did you hear that? Mixasa's nether colony. He has to defend from. They actually try and break through the force field. That's pretty stunning. Where am I going? I'm going to the Midwest, to Missouri, which is in the Midwest of the United States. It is a day away, a driving day away. We actually have to stay overnight and stay overnight on the road when we drive. Yeah, so it is the birthplace and home of Vincentius Primus, and his mom is there, and she's still there. She is 90, and so it gets to be one of these things at this particular time that we want to try and spend as much time as we can. And when I say as much time, between the two families, between my sister and Vincentius Primus's mother, we go back and forth because parents don't last. Parents don't last forever, unfortunately. Mine are gone, and so Vincentius Primus's mother is the only mother right now of ours, and so we have to take care of her. We have to make sure that she's happy and spend time with her. I don't want it to be a thing where we wish we had spent time. I don't like that kind of thing. I don't like finding out afterwards, that we should have done something, or I don't like that kind of thing. So it's better for us now to actually enjoy having her and her husband, who has been really good to Vincentius and his brother, to enjoy them while they're both still here. And there have been a couple scares actually in this last couple of years since COVID. But they're not feeble. They're farm people in respect that that's the stock that they're from. She's definitely a farm woman. Your mother is 77. Yeah. Wow. And they're right in between. My parents were, I think, 10 years older, because I think my father would have been like 99 or 100 this year. So, so Vincentius' parents are younger than that. And my mother was gone much earlier. She had cancer, unfortunately. And so it's still one of these things where I still, everybody does. I mean, you still have some, you miss your parents sometimes. Miss my mommy. I do. I know, but I do. I miss her. So yeah. But Vincentius Primus's mom is very sweet to me, and has been from the very beginning of our relationship. When we first met, she has been very nice to me, and I think when we first met, I think she was a little. You're not doing anything, are you? I'm going to go see Hira here. That she was a little concerned, for us, because of the country that we live in and all that jazz. She was a little concerned that we would have a difficult time of it. But we never have, and that has been fine. And let's look here. Let me look, and this is a level 4, so Hira only has one more. Yay! One more level. and he'll be able to move in here and start doing some other work because we really need him to work. In Twitch this morning, I added a restaurant. You're not going to believe this, but the Arcology restaurant fits right in this spot. Isn't that crazy? It fits right here. So we're going to have a coffee shop, a little restaurant, a student's restaurant, a restaurant for teachers and students, professors and students. This is a university, and it's going to be right here. We do have some other people who, where am I? I don't think there's anything here except to go into the water. Let's go sleep in the river. Let's go sleep in the river. I could sleep on the other side where the matriarch is. Ooh, let's go sleep up where the matriarch is. I'm gonna do that. There she is. There she is. Hello. Hello, you. Hi. I know. Okay, we're going to come right here, and she's going to watch over me. Yes, she is. She's going to watch over me. I'm okay. You're okay. I'm okay. Thank you. And there she is. Her tribe is down in the valley, but she loves to come up here and watch the city. She loves to come up and look at the activity of the city. So Hira is going to finish the level 5 on that. We need the housing that's supposed to be built here. We need him to start working on that housing. So he's going to work on the level 1 of all of these buildings, the student housing, the professor housing, and then the restaurant. And when they're at least a level 3, then he'll do the guard tower here. But he's got a lot of stuff going on. Just come in. Okay, and what? Where's Ainsley? Ainsley is waiting for him to get done, and then she is going to take over the balloon, and we were going to, how much time do we have? We were going to have her move into here for a while. Now this is going to be kind of interesting, but I think the way it's going to work is that Jaslyn, wait, let's come here. Jaslyn and Simeon are going to move into Ainsley and Robert's balloon, and then they're going to move here. And I think I'm going to see how that's going to work. Let's unassign them for a minute. I don't think I'm going to find Ainsley really easily. Nope, I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to go down to the balloon, and we will switch them. They're perfectly happy to do this. It's an interesting thing. I think that people like switching housing. It gives them an opportunity to see what kind of housing they actually like, and maybe to change their mind, things like that. Ainsley doesn't have anything to do. She's actually waiting for him. We can have her do something while she's waiting, and we'll do that right now. Let's unassign both of them, and let's have Simeon's going to be 86 and Jaslyn's going to be 102 from here. That's far. let me think about this. I might put them in a place. Ainsley, can I get by? Thank you. She's like, I would like to have something to do. Okay, I will get you something to do right now. Let's look up here. Lila is working on this house. She was working on this house. Let me see something for a minute. This is the one where it's upstairs. So let's come here. Lila was working on this. Hold on. How much time do I have? Okay. And it is a level 4. I think we need the level 5 in order to get the 2 double beds, but let me check and see if we have 2 double beds. Nope, we only have 1. Hi, how are you? What are you doing home? Kaylee, what are you doing here? You're not feeling well? Okay. Okay. Kaylee doesn't live there. Wait a second. Kaylee doesn't live there. Hold on a minute. Someone's coming upstairs. Let me see. And who is that? That's Annie right there. Kaylee does not live here. That is interesting. What's she doing? Gonna surprise somebody. Is just a comment. I wonder who that is. Let's come up here for a minute to this apartment building here, and let me see if they want to stay here. Only one. Now Kaylee is here, and Alessandro. Let's see if we can put Kaylee in a different house. Let's have Kaylee. Let's have Simeon 21 and Jaslyn 41. That's more like it. Let's have them move here. Kaylee is right here. See, she's right here. So this is actually perfect for her. But let's see, we have another house right here. And let's see if there's room for her in this house. Steffi is here. This is full house. Wow. Gorman, Balda, Childis, Jorge. This is why we need some more. We definitely need some more people. Some more people housing. Let's come over here for a second. There's one more house here. Let me see how many people are living here. Find some place. Oops, downstairs. The downstairs apartment. Let's come over. There it is. There is the way up. And here we are. Here we are. And wait, did I go? Oh, did you see that? I came back down. All right. Fine, I'll just fly. And there we go. I thought I went up and I didn't. And Kaylee could be here. Chloe, Micah, Juliet. Let's have Kaylee be here for right now. And that takes care of them. And then let us put Ainsley and Robert in Simeon and Jaslyn's place. And in a way, it's really interesting. It might end up being, how far did we go? There we are. We're looking for the Covenstead right here. Serious face. um, let's come here. Remember when we worked on this? So we're going to have Robert and Ainsley move here. And they're going to be just fine living here. And Ainsley is going to use the balloon again as her builder's shop. And I think I want to show you one other thing that happened today, earlier today, besides Lindsay finishing working on the blacksmith and us being able to get the blacksmith over there. I'm not sure. Alexia might have just not wanted to be in school, but I don't know whether Alexia is actually happy being here. I don't know whether shipping carpentry is something that she really wanted to do. She's, like we said, she's kind of being like Merrimack, where she's trying out a whole bunch of different kinds of jobs. And it'll be curious to see where she ends up. She has the knowledge for it, and there's no question. And she has the most dexterity of people who could take this job, except Bira, but Bira doesn't have the knowledge for it. And she's in the university. That would be interesting. I'm not sure that she's interested in that. We could have one of the kids come down and do it, but their knowledge would have to be higher than, they would have to be in the 30s. If they're students, they have to be in the 30s knowledge-wise to graduate. If they are at the university as researchers, they have to have mana of 30 in order to graduate. We're going to have Alexia, who is, let me see whose kid this is. Hold on a second. Uh-oh, did we lose it? Ooh, we did see a putty tat. Let's do this. And let's come over to here. I'm going to get some extra help here. And there we are. Okay, and Alexia. Alexia is Mirafled and Trenton's kid. So Mirafled and Trenton are miners. They do a lot of mining. I think that Alexia might be being pressured into returning to studying science, earth sciences, and I think we're going to let her do that. We're going to let her do that. She's decided to honor her parents, and it would be different if it was just her parents, but her sister also is saying to her, you know, you're not happy over there. Why don't you just come back? And so she's going to, and it's one of those things, well, you know, I didn't want to disappoint anyone. And Mirafled, her mother, is saying, no one's going to be disappointed. They're going to be more disappointed to find out that you're doing a job you don't want to do. So why don't you go back to the university? You can live at home if you want, and we'll see. So let's see if the youngest child is here. Hold on for a second. No. So we're going to have Alexia move back in here. This is a little far of a commute, but it won't be if she does research. I should have gotten her out of that place. I should have, because now I can't. And there she is at the very bottom, actually. So we're going to have her move back home. She has an actual really cute room up here that belonged to both her sister and her. And I think right now, is this a 3? Is this actually just a 3? Let me look. It's a 3, and not only is it a 3, but I haven't done anything to this 3, which means that we could have it go up to a 4, so that we could have more family move in. And I see this part on the outside that looks like we intended to widen, so we'll see. But that would be something that Ainsley could do right now. We could have Ainsley work on this until it's time for her to move into the balloon. So, oh, did I actually move them already? I moved them too soon. I did. Let's have Lila work on it. So the build options, the builder is going to be Lila. Upgrade the building. Yeah, Ainsley's going to take some time off until he's done. He's not going to take that long. And then Lila and Keanu are working on pieces here. I don't think I have any personal stuff here except the door. The door right here. We can take the door off. And I think everything else, oh, and the gate. The fire gate. We can take those off, and everything else is vanilla. And so otherwise I have a whole bunch of modded stuff in the warehouse, and they don't use it. All right, so I'm going to the saloon for a second. I'm going to use the suite that we have there. And so Ember and Pierce have not gotten their own child yet. Lila's going to work. Let me get a light. Let me turn the light on here. Lila is going to work on their home and bring it up to a level 5. And I think if that happens by the time it's time for more children, they'll be in a better position to receive a child of their own. And I think that's what they want to do. So, so here we are. Let me show you what Omar did. So remember that we had that building, that courier building that we were going to put over here, and we didn't because, is Omar working on something? I know I keep interrupting myself. Hold on a second. Is that Omar? Yes, it is. Let me come here. Let me get Omar to start working on this. Let me see what level this is. This is level 3. Let's do build options. The builder is Omar. Upgrade the building so that we have more family places. So he's going to work on his own house, and that will give him the ability to see. This is what's happening. See, he's not going to go to the door. He's going to teleport from his room to his place, or at least out of the house, which is an interesting thing that they're doing. But we had it facing the wrong way when we found out what it was supposed to look like. So let's show you what it looked like in the first place, just for a second. Let's come here. Nope. Let's come here. Let's go to ancient Athens, which is there. Yay! Which is John Ryer, Sam, some add-ons, and Raycoms, and Thordor. I say Thordor. And they worked on this, and they worked on it in a stream, so you could actually watch them. I watched them working on this on Twitch, and they do that a lot, where they'll work on their designs in a stream. Where are we going? We're going to couriers. We're going to couriers, and this is the I think it's the courier office. Yes, it is. So when I decided to do this, I thought it was going to look like this. Nope, this isn't it. Hold on. Let's do the other one, courier, this one. Let's raise it up so there's no interference from the other bill. So I don't know how. Maybe I have to go back and watch the stream. Maybe I thought I was just going to put in the level 1 and that was going to be it. I don't know what I was thinking, but at level 5 of this, it becomes a 2-story building. And when we discovered that at level 5 it became a 2-story building, it was facing the wrong way. This part right here was facing the right here. It was facing this building. And so we had Omar take it apart. He deconstructed it and then he rebuilt it up to the level 5 so that we could make it the terminal for the train. And here it is. So we widened the building to go all the way, which was, we widened it by 2 blocks. I had this idea that the train was going to run through these lanes, and there were things here I knew, and there, see this right here? That is the, do I have another one? I do. Let me get those out. That is the rail that is coming in through here that goes all the way down and around and goes to the warehouse at the Wide River. And when it comes to this warehouse at the Wide River, then it's unloaded here. See right there, this is a crane coming down right now to get more merchandise. And the whole purpose of the Wide River was originally not as a boat building place. It was actually to get rid of stone. And so, but we have made this the train station. Yes, we have. We've made this a train station. These are X-Lines TVs, flat screens, that we're using here in the train station. We're also using X-Line's other TVs in this area to look like ATMs and things like that, machines for tickets. This is where they can get coffee and some snacks. There's actually a fridge here for them. Let me fix this. Let me close this. I always forget this door. Closes like a door. And there are tickets here and things. And this is the actual train station part. And then over here, upstairs, we haven't done anything with this yet. This is how this looked. We took out things that were furniture in here for the time being. And this is open to the poppy fields. Now we know that it rains here and rains really badly. So we put in a curtain for when it's raining, and they can close that and the rain doesn't come in. So that is how we took away the stairs, and they're using a ladder to get up to that area. That's not a public area anyway. And we'll see what we want to do about it, because it's big enough. You know what it's big enough for, right? I think it's actually big enough to be living quarters. We would have to have Byzantine for a minute. Let's do BYZ, which is Spumante. And yeah, I haven't done anything with it. It wasn't this empty. I just removed some of the things. Let me look at Byzantine for a second. Residences, And let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so see, it'll fit in here. Yay, look at this, it fits. Yay, so that is a level 5, would give us enough beds that we could make a double bed. We'd have to have it turned this way so that the double bed would be like in this corner right here, which would be perfect with that window being there. And so we actually can put in, and since I've just done this, I might as well go ahead and do it right now. So constructed, we lost the curtains on that side. We'll have to fix them back in a minute. And let's X, and yep, we did. This isn't going to be here, so we don't have to worry. And because of the curtains, this one isn't going to be here either. So we're going to have the bed be right here, and that's the one that we're going to use for the house. Uh-oh, bees. That's another reason to have this. Let me see if I can repair this. There we go. And put that, I think I'm gonna have to crouch to get that. There we are. While that bee's there, we will close it. But there we go. So now all I have to do is put in a kitchen, a kitchenette, and some things like that, and they can live here. Who can live here? I don't know. We'll find out. It would be interesting. It's obviously going to be the courier who runs this, and that's what I don't know as of yet, who that's going to be. We put in a garage door, which is Macaw's doors, so that we would be able to actually close this. And maybe it would be better for those who live in it if they have their own front door and then close the stairs. That would be interesting. Let me think about that. I could add something to make it, there's plenty of room here, so we could add something. Let me think about what I would like to do about doing that, because you're right. If they're going to live here, it would be nice if they had a sense of security, that not just anybody could come upstairs. And so, yeah, that's a good idea, Mr. Villager. It definitely is. So this is what we worked on, and it took a while. We also had an interesting thing happen. Maya was the mining druid, and she's tired of it, she said. She's tired of not having a lovely guard tower. Everyone else does, and she thinks she just doesn't like it. She can't wait for me to fix the other one. She wants to be moved to this one. This one was empty, and so we moved Maya here. And upstairs in Maya's area, she also had one of these big windows here. She doesn't have a lantern yet, or a lamp. Let's get her a lamp for a minute and see. I think it's going to have to be, why don't we just do white for right now, or brown. This is gray, I see it. I don't want to do the full white. Let's do this color right here. Let's put it there. So this used to be Jackson's place, remember? When it was at the top of the world, when there was nothing higher than this building on this side of the river, on this side of the peninsula, actually. And but now it is Maya's, and she loves it. We put in some curtains so that she could close off her balcony when it's raining and the wind gusts up. And so there she is right here. And she is very happy about having this as her place. And we'll do some more things to it another time. It was just a suggestion of the fact that she's actually going to live there. Oh, look, that's what it looks like when they're closed. That is nice. That's nice, actually. Yeah. Okay. And so that is what we did, partially on Twitch, partially I had just, because I had glitched the game and had to come in. You know what happens when you come in sometimes. You just can't leave. So I did have a teeny bit of time. And I know I probably should have streamed, but I didn't. I didn't want to. I couldn't really stream, and that's the thing. That's the problem with the morning, is that I have this period of time in the morning where I can't stream. I have to leave immediately, and from the time that I stream in the morning. But anyway, none of that matters at this moment. So the kids are settled now. The kids are actually settled. Thalen is actually the only orphan. And remember, he had a dwarven name, and we traded the names when we realized that Thalen came in with a dwarven name. We don't have a lot of dwarven people, so we were going to get all orphans. And I didn't want to do that to the people who had been waiting for kids. So we switched the names back, and that allowed us to have Annie have kids, her 2 kids. Bira and Emmanuel have their 3 kids. And Sato have his precious little daughter that he's just thrilled about. I'm going to Prasino. We're going to Prasino now. And let me see. I'm going a teeny bit early. And here we are. Let's continue over to Prasino for the other town and see what's going on. All the yesterday children have grown up. Yes, they grew up. And that is the problem. And so they probably think that it's slow enough, because it can take a couple of the kids like a whole day to grow up. But it isn't. And they put something in the university for them to grow even faster than they're growing. So even if you were at level 1, if you did the research, they would grow up faster and things like that. But all I can say is that continues to be my wish, that the kids did not grow up. If you didn't want them to, they didn't grow up right away. I don't know how they could arrange that. I don't think they care enough, because most people are trying to replace people who have died from mobs attacks and from barbarians and pirates and things like that. So that is their primary concern, and I am a minority when it comes to the way I feel about the kids growing up. And I'm just glad there are kids. I am. I'm just glad there are kids. So in that respect, there's not much that I'm going to say, about it. I love Minecolonies, and they do so much to keep it up to date and to make sure that it works properly all the time. And so, you remember that time that, I think you remember that I put in the ancient Athens farm, and it wouldn't go up to above a level 2. And they were in a stream, but while they were in the stream, because I'm a patron, I was on their Discord and I told them about it, and they immediately checked it and to make sure, and Ray had already fixed the problem. And so all I had to do was update the update and it was fine. And that is the kind of thing that you want to have. You want to have when you're playing a game. Some years ago, you only had library as education facility. Remember that? Remember when those libraries came in and they were the medieval libraries, and they were so huge. It was like, this isn't a library, this is a university. And that kind of started the whole thing, and that the children had the same skin as the unemployed adults. Yeah, they didn't have little kid clothes on. They were like miniature adults. They were in the beginning. That's a lot of work. A lot of stuff has been done. And so, like I said, I would like the kids to be around longer, but I can't. What we're going to do here today, tomorrow in Twitch. So I did Rosa Ouro's children on YouTube, and you saw that when we got their kids. I have enough? I have exactly enough time right now to do children. And we actually, in Twitch this morning, we actually did some things. We switched some families. We actually had Begga and Tucker move out of their house to give it to a family, I think they gave it to Alamar and Marvin, because the kid that they thought was theirs turned out to be not theirs, turned out to be Gandolfus's kid, remember? And so Tucker felt really bad about that, and Begga too, because they have all the children they want. And so they moved out of their home, this is their house, and they allowed Alamar and Marvin to move in so that they could get some children. They would be in a more advantageous situation, and that would allow them to get children. The other family, this is a level 5 right here, and this level 5, the oak one was the biggest. Yeah, it definitely was. It was the Hogwarts, the oak one. It looks so amazing. This is Jace and Lily. They have not had their own kids yet. Jace is one of the first 4, and they didn't have, and Lily came in very early on, and they would like to have their own. And so we're going to make sure that they're able to do that. And so they're there. This is not a level 5. This is a level 4. This is level 2. The level 5 would be this apartment building here and this apartment building here. Both of these are level 5s. And is there space here? Yes. So there's space for 2 kids here. And more than likely, that's what's going to happen. Emmeline. Hello, Emmeline. You know, Emmeline, I think you might get some kids, and that would make it worthwhile. You're being home all the time. That is the concrete mixer. And right here, 1 kid can be here. So these are all level 5s right here. Hold on a second. You still remember that the florist was the one that was able to grow sugarcane and cactus, and they always died in some stupid way. Oh my gosh, you remember that. Oh my gosh. The first time that the cave style got updated, they had this, hold on. They had this really cool flower shop and I loved it. And as a matter of fact, I think if you go out to the green Monster to Mermaid. So I have Monster to Mermaid 2 channels because of YouTube doing that stupid thing that they did where they said you can have your own name now, that whole thing. And so they would not combine the 2 channels because they had 2 different emails. And so so the green Monster to Mermaid is older. And if you look at, it's called, oh wow, I've forgotten. Minecolonies. Minecolonies is the name of the town. And Minecolonies has the very first restaurant that was the precursor of the tavern. It was a restaurant that was really big and had sort of like an inn, and there was no tavern, there was none of that at that time. And it was a beautiful building that could be used as a tavern, and that was so fun. But it was actually a restaurant. So yeah, you can go out. They're still there. But that was probably 14 or 16 or something like that. The Minecolonies, Minecraft was 16, and we're up to 20 now. But yes, all of that was really fun. Should we try? Now, I said I was going to do it at the end. They're just going to grow up. I wish they wouldn't, but I'm going to go ahead and both Prasino and Rosa Ouro have almost the same amount of people. Prasino has 79, and Rosa Ouro had 77 when they got the 6 kids, and they actually got 7. Thalen was actually the 7th kid that they got. And so yeah, 79. So let's try it. Let's do that. Let's see. And some had windows. The building styles were basically huge wooden cobblestone boxes. Not all of them. And it happened really quickly because the dark oak treehouse style was very early on, and the Space Wars style was very early on. And yeah, you did have the cave style, but that cave style was similar to arcology. It was like a style that you could take and put anywhere, and it worked really well. Shall we do it? Let's go for it. Now I have to go to here so I can see them come in. Now there is a visitor, a moo. Ooh, no, I don't want any Astleys. Drat. We got Hayden Astley. He's from a family, he's going to be 2nd generation. He definitely is, because he's actually from Tucker's family. He absolutely is. There is a Krug, and that name sounds familiar. We have a 2nd Benedict. D-I-C-T. B-C-R-U-G-G. I'm almost positive that name exists. Hold on. And, oh, you're referring to the old cave. Yes, without a doubt, the old cave. Oh, do you see that name? I recognize that. Gaskiogene. Oh, we've got somebody's kids here. Look, Zaf, it almost looks like your name, Zarlios. Did you see that name, Zarlios? So now we have Anaya Cranford. How many kids do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Anaya makes 4. We're getting 6. And let's come here. ANAHIGCRAN. Yes, I'm using paper and pen. Hadley, Adley. I don't have that name, I think. I don't remember that name. And I'm going to get ready now. We're going to turn it off. And there we go, Miller. So turn this off and let's go back to here and Marlon C. Miller. So there we go, ARLON C. Miller. So we're right here. Let's see who these kids belong to. What time of day is it? It is 17. Let's do 2 things in preparation for tomorrow. Let's go over to the school. Trinity, she is actually studying, doing research. She might be doing research at the school, but I think she's at the library doing research. So we're going to get her to come back if she's not here. And let's check. She is. Okay. And she now has all these kids. Hadley, Anaya, Benedict, Hayden, Reese, and Marlon. So that's all of our kids. And they're in school so they don't get lost. And now we just have to find their parents. So I already know that the Astley name is Tucker's. Tucker's last name is Astley. It's one of the traditional names. I've had that name in several towns, and Tucker's the mayor. So that means that it's one of his descendants is who it is. And I'm going to come over here for a minute and get the children of Prasino. Remember, Prasino was the one where we got 23 people at once, 23 kids. You think the worst choice of last name was Kakani? It gathers 2 indecent things. Yeah. Let's look at the kids for the Astley family for a second. Let's see if, yep, it's definitely Tucker's name. So Tucker's kids are Kasem, Monica, Fallon, and May, as well as Gandolphus. Gandolphus has already had a kid. There's May. May would be interesting. Who would she be in a relationship with? That would be the thing right there. But there is one. Let's look for Miller. I'm going to look for Miller for a second. And see, sure enough. And there, Case Miller is Jillian and Abel's kid that they adopted. Jillian and Abel had Case, and they also adopted Amicia, but Amicia is up on the hill. I believe that Case is, why don't we check and see what Case is? Let's come over to Citizens and let's find out what he does. I don't think it's supposed to show you. Maybe not. Oh yes, there it is. He's the farmer. Oh, nice. Okay, so we'll have to find out who the mother is, but there's no question that Case is the dad of Marlon Miller, and May is the mother of Hayden. And so there's two of the kids so far. Let's come here. Let's look at Gasquion. That name sounds familiar, like I've seen it. And we're looking for Crawford and Cowell. And I'm just going to really try and be careful about looking. There's Crawford, and that is Anaya, actually. That's the kid. Let's see if we can find another. There's Benedict. He's also a kid. And let's see if I can find a name. And we have Cowell too. There's Hadley. And are we not? And this is what happens. So I spend time looking over the list of names, and we don't seem to have any matches. There it is. There's Reese. I thought for sure I had someone with that name, but it doesn't look like I do. And there we are. That's the full list. So let me look at this for a minute. It is default, so we should have gotten some more deaths. No, you're comfortable in bed. Ooh, I know what that means. That means it's close. You're at the edge for choice if you're going to make your instant pasta or stay in bed. Make your bets. I think you're hungry. You couldn't hold on to the chair. I understand how that happens. I do. I'm looking again just to make sure that I don't see any of the names that we saw. I know the Astley name. We've got tons of Astley kids, and so this is going to be May's kid. And yeah, I don't. So we've got more orphans this time, and that will allow me to just go ahead and set them up. And watch, I'll set them up and then I'll find out later there were all these families. So May is going to move into a house so that she can raise Hayden, and Case is a farmer. Oh, I like that. I like the two of them. Why don't they raise their kids together? Let's go fix that right now. We're going to have May and Case raise their children together in some house. So we'll have to find a house that's close enough for both of them. May is the carpenter that works right here. Case is the farmer that works right here. So they need to be in this neighborhood. And it's just one child. Let me see here for a second. This is True and Trinity living here because we were thinking that they might get a kid of their own, and they didn't. We'll see if they want one. I think I'm going to move them for a minute and have May. Let's move them for just a second. We're going to have May and Case and their kids move in here. This is a level 4. So That means that these beds, these chairs right here will be made into beds. And let's get some beds. They're fold out beds, these chairs. So we're going to put the beds right here for them, both of them. And I think upstairs there's only the master. Yes, indeed. Okay, so True and Trinity will move out in the morning. Let's come here and let's find the people that we need. So we need May, and we need Case. There's Case, and this is perfect. We need May. This is good for her too. And then we need the kids, and usually the kids are together. So there is Tucker is May's dad with Begga, and so that is how this is her kid. Did I pass all the kids? I did. So there's Marlon right here. And where is the Astley kid? Don't tell me he's grown up already. How much do you want to bet? He's actually grown up? Because he's not here with the rest of the kids. And that's what keeps happening. That's what happens. We barely got anybody together. And there he is. There, sure enough, I told you, he's grown. And so they're all going to be here. Let's put this away. I know that Trinity and it's daytime. So Trinity and True are going to move out, and I want to put them in a house, but I need to get, who's the other one? So that takes care of May, and that takes care of Hayden and Marlon. And now I need the 4 other kids to be raised by different people. So Trinity and True wanted to raise someone. Let's come down here. Let's have Begga and Tucker move back into their house. We're going to have Alamar. We're going to see if Alamar and Marvin want to. I don't think they're going to, because of what happened before. So that they're not going to want to have an orphan this time. They're going to skip, is what they're saying. And we can totally understand why. Let's have Begga. Oh, I just saw her. Begga right here. And let's have Tucker. And I think he was all the way down in this area, but no, of course not. We can have Tucker come back for just a minute. And this is going to be hard, but there he is. Okay, this is their house, so they can come back here. And the house that they were in, Trinity and True can go back to that house for right now. Unless, I can't imagine her being able to convince Adam to have a child. It would have to be his child. I think he's one of those. So I don't think that she could convince him to have a kid. Who's living in this house right here? This is Abel and Jillian, and they've had children. And in this house is Isa, and this is Isa and Spelog. And they actually didn't get a chance to raise a kid together, and they wanted the experience of doing that. We're going to give them a kid. We're going to give them Benedict. So Benedict is going to move in here. Let's do that. And there he is, right here. Benedict is going to be raised by Spelog and Isa. And let's do that. S-P-E-L and Isa. And I'll remember. And then Reese. So we just have Reese, Anahi. I think it's Anahi and Hadley. So we still have 3 kids. So they've got one. And we have the kids here, these 2 kids, and they are definitely living together. This is Finley and Ryan. We're going to move them into a different house. Oh, they can have a kid here. Excellent. I forget how this bed went. I'll have to see how this bed went. I think it goes this way against the wall, but if the person doesn't sleep, then I'll have to check on it. But they can actually have a kid here. So they're going to have a kid, and they're going to have Reese. Reese is going to be their kid, and this is Finley and Ryan. Finley and Ryan. And now we have Anahi and we have Hadley. So Anahi and Hadley are still in need of a family. Wait, I didn't do it yet, did I? I did not. So let's come here and let's add Reese. Yes, let's add Reese to here, and there we go. All right, and now I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to have Anahi be here, and I'm going to have Finley be at the other, not Finley, Hadley be at the other house, and we'll see who the parents are going to be in just a moment. It's easier to do it that way. Let's have Anahi in this house, and then let's have Hadley be here. Have Hadley be here. They're still kids so far, and that's good. When they're together, it means they're still kids. So, did you see Reese isn't a kid anymore? Reese isn't a kid anymore. No, it is so sad. The light pose? Oh, good. I'm glad. So let's go actually see the kids while they're still kids. Because what happens a lot is that we never even get to see them. And there is Hadley. Look at Hadley. It's pouring down rain. Go in, go in, go in. Hurry, hurry. Go inside. She's like, no, it feels good. And there's Anahi and there's Benedict. So out of the 6 kids that we have, 3 of them are still children, and that works. Thank goodness. And Hadley wants to be out in the rain. That is so funny. So we have May and Case having kids together. We have Finley and Ryan, and then we have Spelog and Isa, and we have 2 kids. So one of the 2 kids is going to be raised by let's find them first of all. I'm lost in my own city. Tell a scary fact that just some people know. A scary fact that just some people know. Interesting. I'd have to think about that. Let's come here. Let's look. This is Melanie, and Melanie and Trey not only love cooking together, they love being together, and we're going to have them raise. Let me see what their last names are. Just for a second. Melanie's last name is Andre, and Trey's last name is Hedrasham. Melanie and Trey, let's give them Anahi. Anahi is going to be their kid, and so let's come down here. I'm going to come in here, and I think this is Anahi, right? Nope, this is Hadley. Okay. Anahi's on the other side, and Melanie and Trey are going to be her parents. So let's do Trey, there he is, and Melanie, and there they are. And let's look for a minute and make sure they're not related. Let's just make sure they're not related. There's something about their names that I want to check for a minute. So Trey is actually one of the kids of Angel and Sincere. There's no question about that. But let me see if I can find Melanie. And Melanie is Susanna and Ilberic's kid. So there's no problem there. And that is excellent. So that's them. And that is Hadley is Melanie and Trey. And now I've got one last kid, Ania. And Ania, we're going to find out right now. I'm going to go into town for a second. We're going to go to a couple of places. There's Jillian right there. Jillian and Abel have had 2 adopted kids already. I'm not entirely sure. There's Mariana. Let's come up here to the students. Everyone's gone home. It's raining. Let's do this for a minute. You feel racist now? You thought the little girl outside was Asian, but you think a little strange because you thought she was wearing gloves. But it was her hands. Yeah, it's art. Sometimes art portrayal sometimes is difficult when you only have a limited palette. And Hayden is now, there's all the people, see them? There they all are. The last kid that came in is there. That's interesting. It's only showing the one. We got lots of them. Okay. Hi, Angel. Angel, you have grandchildren, Angel. Let me check for a second. I'm going to look through some people. And this is Finley here. Where is Kasem? Kasem's down here, but Kasem is only interested in farming right now. He's not really interested in having a family. Let's come in here. So Spelog and Isa Isam, they now have a kid, and they're both working here. There's Isa. Spelog's probably home. There's True. True and Trinity have had kids, and they're there. Aha, Emmeline. So remember Emmeline? Let's have Emmeline, the concrete mixer, move in here, and then we'll have to find out who the daddy is. We'll have to find out who the daddy is. So Emmeline is going to come here. Wait, I just saw her. There she is. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and now I just have to find who Emmeline was with in order to get that kid. So, or who Emmeline wants to, or who is going to help Emmeline raise the kid. And that is what we're going to look at now. Obviously, it's not her kid. So let's come here. And I'm just going to look at, let's go up to the rock, and let's see if we don't have a lot of druids up here. There's Clements. Hi, Clements. Hello. Who's up here? Who's up here? That Nolan is young. Nolan is Gandolphus's, Clemens's, and there's Royal. There's Royal. And who's in the library? Let's find out who's in the library right quick. And have I lost track of time? Let me see for a second. Hold on for a minute. We're looking at the library, and let's look here. Oh, yay! How did that happen? We have a ton of time left. That is so wild. We have a ton of time. Let's come up here. I want to see who is in the library. Is anyone in the library? Fallon and Imani are down here. Let me see. Let's go downstairs for a second. And Fallon. Hello, Fallon. And Imani. There she is. Okay. So we're going to come up for a moment. So who do we have? We have Emmeline. We actually are looking for, we don't have that many here. I would need to go to the library. Ooh, look. There's Nolan right there. Let's come over. Yeah, Chase and Lily bowed out because they lost Kit before, so they didn't want to go through that again. And May is there, and I am going to the library. That's where I'm going. That the rest of the people are researchers. Oh, interesting. Hello. Where is everybody? Let's come over here. I remembered Malik. Hello, Malik. Malik, you're standing outside. You know that? You're actually not in the hospital. That's been happening a little bit. And there is Bennett and Callie. Interesting. Interesting. Well, you know something? Bennett and Callie. Hold on. I have to make sure they're not of the same family for a second. Let me come here. Let me come to here for a minute. Prasino children. Just make sure they're not related. And let's do that. So this is Bennett, who is Trinity and True's kid, and Callie who is the druid who came in. Hold on a minute. No, 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 no. Callie is living with Adam. She absolutely is. She is living with Adam, but I can see why you think she's beautiful, Bennett, but she is off limits. She is only interested in Adam. And you're going to get your heart broken. You are indeed. I don't have any more guys. So does that mean that Emmeline was with a visitor? Of course it does. And what's the kid's last name? Is Crawford. Let's see if there are any Crawfords still here. Let's come here. No, we have to quickly go to the warehouse. To the town hall for a sec. There's Reese. That's one of our kids. Yes, you heard me. That guy is one of our kids. So let's come here and let's go to here. Nope, nope, nope. Here and see if, what's the last name? The last name is Crawford. See if a Crawford, Cranford is the name. And see if a Cranford came in the last couple of days. It's not showing that, so that means that was a while ago that she met this person. And so she is going to want to try and hope that he comes back. And that happens sometimes. So Emmeline is going to raise Ania by herself. Anai. That's a hard one. It's not Ania, it's Anai. Anai? How would we pronounce it? Anahi or Anai? Miss Hadley and Emmeline. Wait, Hadley and Emmeline? Oh, wait. Wait. This has gotten mixed up. Yes, it did. This is actually, let's do it this way. She's not supposed to be here. Hadley is supposed to be here, even though he's grown. He's supposed to be here. Assign Hadley here. Hadley is going to go to university. The kids have to go to school first. Go to university before they pick some job. And there she is. So Anai. I'm going to have trouble with that name. Should I call her Anna? Anahi. Anahi is probably the best. Okay, Anahi. Anyone who has that name, I'm sorry if I have to apologize. Let's get Anahi in here. And the two of them are going to be very happy. So she is downstairs. I think for the time while the kid is young, and she is, we'll just have them be here. And there's Emmeline coming home. And I didn't do it in time. So I think Anahi just went over to their house. I think she did. And no one is sleeping downstairs. Let's see who's upstairs here. And this is Trey. And that looks like Hadley. Oh, good. Hadley is there. So there's Hadley in bed. And who's missing? Melanie is missing. Why? Let's come down and see. Now, Melanie might be missing because she needed to clean house and to move them into this house. I'm actually, if I call her, she's just going to go back to wherever she was. So I'm not going to do that. We'll just wait till the morning and they'll all be sorted out. So there they are. There are the new kids, and in the morning we're going to get them to go to university. Almost all of them are ready for university. I'm going to come up here and go here. That wasn't too bad, was it? That seemed not so bad. And that's what I thought with the others. And then the next day, oh my gosh, I found all this soap opera with these kids being raised by other people and all that kind of stuff. Who's this here? This is Case. Hi, Case. Hi, Case. Hello. Okay, so let me see how many show up for school this morning. There, look, it's Hadley. And there's Trinity. And Hadley loves, she's just going to be outside. She's going to be outside, and she's the last. Isn't she, Trinity? She's the last kid. I think she is. I think she is. All right, so let's go to the university and let's start with everyone being in school for right now. And Tucker is here to meet all the new students. Tucker and Mercy are here to meet all the new students. And Hayden is going to be here. Reese is going to be here. Fallon is at the Antiquities. And Amani is also there. Where are the rest of these kids? That means the others are still kids. Hold on. Yeah, that does. That means the others are still kids. Hi, Tucker. So Hayden has come and, wait. Yeah, that's Hayden right there. Hayden has come and here he comes. And there's Reese with his book. Very nice. With his book in hand. So let's go back to the school, because where are the rest of them? They were late for school. Oh, probably because they were moving. Let me see. Yes, that's exactly what happened. They were moving, and so they were late for school. Let me look here for a second and see if she has what she needs. It doesn't say that she has any paper. Let's see if we can get her some. She is having fun with the kids. And so let's check on paper in the warehouse for her. And when we go to check, let's see. There we go. Yeah, it's first day of school. First day of university. He's late. There goes Charlie. Let's come up here and let's see if we can find some paper. Guaranteed that the minute I do find paper, they're going to get it. But let's come to here and look and let's see. Nope, it's not in the right place. And 8 pieces? No, that's not enough. Let's come down and let's see where that is. It's not here. It's not here. So let's come downstairs. And I don't see it here. There it is. There it is at the top of this. Oh, that's wonderful. Did you hear that? Who was that? Who was that masked man anyway? Ah, no, that was not Fastrid who said that. That was someone else who's here. Let me see who. No, that's Fastrid. They must have been on the ladder when they said that. You just thought the outside girl was Asian because of the details on her dress that are golden. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine, Mr. Villager. So, mers don't really pay attention to all of that stuff because mermaids, because they're fish. They have tails, all different colors. And so, yeah, that's what happens. Let me give this to her and I can request some paper, but I have a feeling that even when I do, it's not going to get to them in time. What are you talking about, Trinity? Trinity is saying the housing. Do you not like moving back into this house? I thought you liked this house. Wait, did they move back in? Ooh. No. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, let's get them out. Let's get Trinity and True to move back in here. And they're supposed to be living here. Let's come down here. Let's find a house for, let me see who's living here. Nobody. This is a 4. This is actually a 4 here. And wow. No, I'm not going to move them in here. This is barren. We're going to have to fix that house. Let's come over here. We just had Lily and Jace move out. And let's see if there's a house here for them. Let's look at this. And this is where they're supposed to be. So we'll put them back in here. This upstairs is partially done for now. I'm going to take out the bed. Don't want that as a reminder right now. The chairs are fine, and we'll do that. It's almost abandoned, yes, pretty much. Let me change the chairs here. Sofa. I found that the square ones actually work better in these spaces, so we're going to put them in right here. And even though the table is low, and this is the reason why we use the other ones, because see how high the table is? I don't like it. So we'll go back to the other sofas, even though they're sticking in the wall a little bit. We'll go to them anyway, because they look better with the table. So we'll leave them. They are in here. That takes care of people who got moved around. Tucker and Becca are back in their house. And this house, I believe, is now May, Marlon, and Hayden. And it's a 4, so that's why they're here. It's a 4, and in order for them to live together, they would have to be here in the 4. The 3, that's actually Lily and Jace's house, but they don't need a 4 house right now, so they're happy to accommodate the parents. The towns are really amazing in the way that they accommodate each other when it comes time for the children to be here. where they move into different houses. And I guess it's a thing where that's the least that they can do to be supportive of the people and where they live and who they are. Let's look here for a second. Hi, Haley. How you doing? Hi. Yeah. That is one of our 2 undertakers. And Emmeline is staying at home. So she is a stay-at-home person. This has been the thing with the concrete mixer all along. The concrete mixer is the only one who does not ever go to work unless she actually has an order. And I would have to give her a specific order in order to get her to go in. We can ask for paper to get Marvin to make some more paper. We can do that. But now we can watch everyone go home. So 3 of the kids live here. So this turned out to be perfect. And we got it done in time for it to be the home for the kids. And that's been really fun. So we just saw Finley go home. And coming around the corner here, there are, did they just teleport? They just, well, she is going to. That's why she's standing there. She's not going to use the door. So, but the child did. So who's in bed? People are upstairs. Let's see, upstairs here in this bedroom. Let's come here. And there it is again, Trey and Hadley sleeping upstairs. And Melanie is going to come into the house. You are going to come in, aren't you, Melanie? You're not in the house. What is going on here? What is going on? Are you unhappy? Let's recall them all for a second and let's see where she goes. Okay. So now all 3 of them are upstairs. All 3 of them are sleeping in these beds. Wait. Is there a bed upstairs? I forgot about that. I forgot. All right, fine. Are they acting like they like being together? They're not acting like it, are they? They are not acting like they like being together. Not in the least. Hello, Jayla. We know that Finley and Ryan like to be together. They were firefighters together, and they're really good. Have we made a mistake? What if Melanie is not? What if Melanie, Trey obviously is enjoying having the child. What if it's not Melanie's kid? Let's go to sleep and let's find out who the kid actually, who's the mother. Because Melanie is not acting like that. This is my soap. This is my soap opera. This is the thing that I love. Let's come here. Mercy is Quentin's kid. And, oh, I didn't show you. Oh, the chicken farm is done. And I'm going to do this right now. Let me get an axe. Let me get an axe for a second. This is the chicken farm right here, and it is done. Hold on, let me look at something here. Let me look and see what's going on. There goes Reese. Reese is going. Let's come and see what happens here. I see Trey is at work. And where is Melanie now? Melanie's not even coming into work. Unless she wasn't feeling well and didn't want to make the kids sick. Now that would be a thing, wouldn't it? Hold on, let's see. Someone just went in. That is Alamar, who's not feeling good. Yeah, I know. He wants to stand outside for some reason. Let's recall him. I don't know what you're doing, Malik, but you do have to come into the hospital. Or were you trying to do flowers or something? What in the world? So, let's look for a second. Let's see if she is here now. She finally is. So she was probably just getting the kid ready for school. Cause yeah. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you. Let's come here. So this is a Shire level 5 chicken farm. This is the first time. The chicken farm is set back from the road, and we're going to remove this fence, except we have to actually put a fence up here. Otherwise, we're going to lose all of the chickens. We are expanding the chicken yard out to the road because we can, because we have the space, and this will give them a little bit more of a yard, make them a little more free range, which is good. And there we go. We put in a special door. Now, I've been putting this special door into chicken farms for a long time, having a double door for chickens. Otherwise, you just, you know. So we could do with this what's over at these farms. I think I might want to do that for this part right here and have it come up like this and do that. Dun, da, da, da. All right, so the sunflowers are turned this way because the sun is there. So they are turned in that. Yay, you like it. Yay. So see the nests? See those nests there? They actually work. And we're going to go in right now. We took away some of the stone that is a part of this build. There were stone wall corners on the fence and on parts of the house, and we took them away. We just left the entry stone, and we come in, and here he is. So he's got electricity. There was a crimson cutting board here, and I prefer this one. I prefer this cutting board. We could put some tools here, some knives and things like that, and we could put them on the wall or something behind. So this was the little stove that had that big, huge chimney, and it was actually breaking the beam, so we decided to take it out. I don't have what I'm going to use for the roof yet here, and this area is probably still going to be dirt. This is a Shire home. a Shire business, I should say. That was interesting. Quentin got Jennifer to laugh. Okay, Jennifer's so serious. So we put in a range hood over top of this oven to blow the air out so that we're not breaking this long beam right here that is the house. So then, this is me. This is the way I want it to be. And then down here, this is where the eggs are. So you can see that there are, Jennifer just picked up the eggs for the restaurants, but these are the nests and they lay the eggs in, and they actually do go into these tables, which is really cool. I love it. That is so nice. So I knew this was here, and I was thinking this is really fun, and we're having a good time with that. But what I didn't know was here was at the end of this hall, right here. I got to the end of this hall to go upstairs, and it's like, what in the world is this? Well, this is what it is. It is actually big enough to put a home in. And remember, Quentin's moved about 3 times now. He moved when he was raising his kid. He moved out of the house because he was in the house by himself and other people needed it, and all sorts of things. He doesn't have to move anymore. This is his home in the chicken farm, and it worked out really well. You recognize the Byzantine piece right here, and then we added McCaw's furniture, my favorite, for these right here for the closets, and then we have Mr. Crayfish's furniture, couch, and McCaw's furniture, and look. And then we have Valhelsia's chairs and table and the little kitchen area here. Now, he doesn't have the stove here because the stove's actually upstairs. And that's where he wants to cook. This is his place. See, the stove is right here. There's plenty of counter space, and that's the way he would like to do it. And that's fine. He should be offering, because he does cook, he should be offering 2 things. So let's go to Cooking for Blockheads. The green book. You're planning a little gift? Oh yeah? Well, with the first floor ceiling with one of your blueprints? Sure. I just hadn't gotten to it yet. So yeah, that would be fine. So Mr. Villager is saying he's going to create something for this floor, this ceiling right here, and that'll be good. And I was thinking that since this is underground, this wall and these sections here, we could, not this area, I like it kind of the way it is, but the rest of it, every once in a while I see one of these. I don't know what I can do with that. I think this is in the yard, but let's see for a second. There we go. I'll check and see where that turns up to be. When we go up, we've got 2 pieces here. Now there's nothing that can be done here. Because this is only too high, and so this whole area, this is what it's going to look like. And we do have the floor I knew I heard that. We do have the floor upstairs to act as the ceiling, but there we go. Then we have that piece right there. Let me get this for a minute. Now I have to go upstairs and see what happened with putting those things there. And I put down the trays for him. It's too dark, isn't it? There we go. I put the trays upstairs, but I haven't put anything in them yet. So let's come here. Oh, I didn't even. Let's have one tray here and another tray here, like that, like a warming tray. And let's see, let's come here and let's get Chicken, C-H-I-C-K. I don't think there's going to be anything that we're going to want. I don't think the sandwiches are going to have enough chroma hills of a look, so I don't think we can do those. We can do bread, R-D. We can definitely do bread in there. Let's try some. We don't need that many. There we go. And we can also do eggs right here. So let's get eggs. Whoops. And let's get a dozen. Oop. More than a dozen. Let's get a dozen eggs. So right here we'll put the eggs. Put them there. And right here we'll put the bread in here. And there we go. So there is the rolls that he has. He has eggs. And he will make sandwiches. He will make things for them. Now the problem here is that you see the grass. That is how close that is to the sidewalk. And let's see what happened when we put in that piece. It's one of these pieces right here that we put in. Everything else seems to be in the place where it's supposed to be. So we don't have to worry about that. And there we go. And I think I picked up eggs. So let me put them here right now. Nope. Yep. 5 eggs. Where did I get rabbit from? Wow. Let's put this down here. Oh, that's a full set. Oh, we actually need to go to the university. We do. We need to go to the university and see what we can have the university researchers research. That's what we definitely need to do. All right, so let's come this way for a moment. We're going to come this way. I'm just making sure that the kids are okay, that Melanie's not standing outside the house again. She isn't, okay. Ah, everyone's upstairs this time. Okie dokie. And used the cream brick on the walls. That's actually Shire. That is Shire doing that. And I don't remember Shire having those cream bricks before. So that is a new thing that's happened where they've included in this area here is a part of, there was much more of it, but this is the part I can't do anything about. It is not underground enough. And so that is the thing that I need to look at. It's right here. This is it. See that? Let me put the light on for a second. See? What I would have to do in order for this to work would be to move, to have this come out one more, maybe. Let me go to sleep for a second. Hold on for a minute. You're going to help? Okay. I would have to move the mountain out to here, like this, so that this part right here would be here, and this would, oops, careful for the hut block, and this would be here like this. So let me see, can that reach that? I don't think so. Let's put that there. And the rest of it, you're not going to change. Let's put you here, and let's fix that. I lost it, but I have it on me, so we'll put the grass back right here. Actually, I'm going to put one there too. All right, and so it comes all the way out to the roadway. When people are walking by, we have some pieces here that come out like that. We can take at least this part right here and have it be that this is on purpose, this section right here like this. Let's have this come to here, and let's look at some stuff. Where are we? We're in the clover patch, and there's not a drop of clover here. So let's get some clover, and we'll do these, and we'll probably, let's see if we can do one of the big ones on the roof. That would make up for it, wouldn't it? Let's see. Oh, nope, we have to turn the right way. No. Oh my gosh, emery is done. Yay! Emery is done. All right, so there's one, and then we can put a bunch in these places that have gotten completely uncovered. What flowers are over here? We've got this. I thought we had some wild something. Look at the wild soybean. Ooh. I like it. Let's put some wild soybean like here, and let's put one here and here. These mountain pieces have gotten moved away. What happened to the, there it is. Let's take this, and yeah, let's put in here, in there. Let's put here, and we'll come down. There's nothing on these, and we can put the clover just to make sure. This is clover patch, and these parts are here. I don't know whether they'll eat it if the clover is on here. That would be an interesting thing to find out. Let's do some of that. Let's do some of this around the edges here. Let's do some just like this got over here like that. It's soy. so it's fine. And let's do these. All right, so that will allow us to have, do I want to change it? It's not changing fast enough for me. I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, what was there? Grass. There was grass there. All right. And the clover. Okay. It is pretty, isn't it? It is. It's very, very definitely green. It absolutely is. It's beautifully, definitely green. All right. Now, this one might have to be raised up. We'll find out in a moment. And let's come in. And yeah, so now this can be the wall back there. And this is 1, 2, 3. So you can have 2.5 for them because all you really need is 2, but it doesn't look. And then we'll just go ahead and put in something in here. Now I could indeed take this, but I should really wait because Mr. Villager is working on something. So I'll wait and see what he is working on. We'll see how much we like it. Yes, we will. Okay. So Cameron and Cresham have had, I think they adopted a kid already, and lots of people adopt. And so because everyone understands what happens when when the barbarians and the pirates attack, everyone knows what happens, and so then they feel that. We have about 8 minutes, Mr. Villager. 8 minutes. We have 8 minutes. I'm going to do something here and put this right here. And that way I can move this, and then I can have this and this one be here. Can do it. There we go. So we can have the whole one. We might repair some of the ones that have gotten damaged by builds, and just go ahead and repair them. Say that they grew back. Is fun. This is actual carrot, wild carrot in this neighborhood, and some kind of coconut. I think this is coconut. Yes, it is. Yay. I see that. Let's take this way right here, and let's put 3 pieces there. That's actually a decoration on the inside of the house that is showing through, and there it is right there, because we were putting this as a half wall all around this part right here. But this is this is Dondanas and Elise were here, but Elise has gone up, and that's why Dondanas went up. That's why Dondanas is working on the hill, because Elise went up to the hill to work, and he would like her to come back, and so he was going to teach. There wasn't anything for him to do in town anymore. Postcode can pretty much handle bringing all of these buildings back up. Postcode just got done working on the level 5 of this. The farm is a level 5, the bakery is a level 5, and so he can go back to working on these 2 residences. So one of them now is a level 5, and this is, I think, either the level 4 or the level 3. Should be the 4. So build. We're going to have Postco upgrade the building, and there we go, because Dondanas has moved into Elise's workshop here. There he goes. He's leaving right now. And Dondanas is using this workshop to work on the carpenter shop that is up at Guardian's Rock. Now, Lila, let me come here because this is really pretty. Look at the moon coming up right there. Let's look and see. I'm almost sure that Lila is one of the kids. And we'll see. Yes, she's actually Elise and Dondanas's kid. And she is, and yeah, so she is one of theirs. And let's come here, and she's become a carpenter up at Guardian's Rock, which is a privilege. It means that she has druid skills, or she did when she got there. Sometimes the druid skills go away when they're not using them a lot. So that's what can happen. But everybody is okay, I think. And yeah, I think, let me see for a minute. Yeah, so the sun is setting, and those were the things that got done in Twitch earlier today, were those pieces. And then of course we just got our kids, and we still have a lot of details, which is what is so much fun. It's really so much fun to do. And Mr. Villager was saying that he loves color green, which is very pretty. And there it is, Village Square. The Village Square. It's so cool. Okay, I am going to say goodbye for today. We'll come back tomorrow. I'm actually going to work on decorating. Oh, it's monsooning. It's monsooning. Quick, let me run. We're going to work on decorating tomorrow. And then I will see you all I'm actually going to be here this next week coming up. So I'll be here for Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday of this week coming up. And then I am going to be away, as Zaf wanted to make sure that everyone knew. Yeah. And so I thank everybody for being here today. Obrigado, Mr. Villager. Thank you for being in chat. Thank you. Zaf, Afgaristo. I think Zaf is going to sleep. Mixasa. Merci beaucoup. Good luck with your over the next couple of days. I'll see everyone on Tuesday. Good luck with your sphere in the nether. Did you put any pictures up yet? Any pictures? I know it's small, but I'd like to see. You could send me a picture on Discord. You could send me one. But merci beaucoup, and Kali Nikta, Saf, Mr. Villager, Boatarji, Bonsoiri, Mixasa, and hi to Matlam. And here we go, people. We've been listening to Drone Hands, and now we are going to listen to Vincentius Primus play guitar. So enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. Bye for now. Bye for now.